All right. Yeah, so we're getting audio. I don't have a ton of time for the stream, so you don't get the luxury of a countdown timer. Hey there, Chumro. Welcome. Happy Father's Day to you. All right. So we are going to shuttle bilingual bureaucrats around the fast-growing Canadian capital. Oh, it remembers the stuff teacher on it. I was working on this before. So this is Ottawa. Stop the countdown timer thing. And we want to try to build a working metro system for this town. This game has music, but it only works when the timer is running. So we could actually. What if I run the timer for a bit? I must be dreaming. Yeah. Maybe we'll run it for a full 24 hours, and then that'll maybe give us some information. So Ottawa being a town of bureaucrats, all the work is downtown where all the government offices are. There is a bit of work over here at the university. So these bubbles are showing the worker demand, and this shows where all the people live. As you can see, it's very spread out. Although we do have some clusters of, thank you, Calvin, some clusters of density, sort of. Kind of like this corridor here. They're caffeinated. So like this zone here. And then this area in here has some population density. And maybe we could even stretch something out like that. And of course, my beloved hall. We want to include hall. If we're doing extreme nepotism, we will include my home borough of Gatineau, Elmer. This area here. This is where I grew up. What, this? This blobby thing? This sort of windmill of happiness? Yeah, we could include Canada and maybe even Orleans. Or possibly even oh shoot, I always forget the name of this neighborhood. Because I always know it by its the name Farborough, but it's what is it? Farborough? Farborough? No, it's not Scarborough. Uh, the name of the borough has escaped me. We'll call it Farborough. Um, yeah, and then people who are hopelessly far away. All of this is Ottawa, by the way. This whole area is Ottawa city limits. You might say that is insane, and it is. The entire area is Ottawa city limits. Um, Carlton Place or Kentville? No, it's not Carlton Place. It's going to drive me crazy. Yeah, the rest are going to drive. Ooh, there's like a spinny thing. Um, right. So yeah, so where do people live? Where people live is gonna be the green zone. Yeah, I do. I We don't have anything built, so we're not losing any money. Um, well, it doesn't matter if it's running without anything. I was running it to get more statistics on how and where people go places. Ah, Barhaven, that's what it is. Yes, this is Barhaven. Yeah. It affects your starting passengers. Oh, okay, fine. Well, let's reset then. We've done literally nothing, so we can start over. Oh, but it's starting me on day two. I want to completely start over game. You have to relaunch the game. Okay. Ah, it's a bug. Okay. Fortunately, it launches very quick. Oh, stop that timer. Right. So this is where all the people live. People are quite spread out in Ottawa. What modifier that time slot has? Ah, okay. Yeah, so the big work clusters are right here. So this is probably where I should focus our construction demands, our the biggest density of uh, transit. Not that many people work at the airport, so I don't know that it's going to be worthwhile going all the way out to the airport. I think we should get the two universities, so Carleton and Ottawa University, and we should try to cover this downtown section quite well. Yeah. Ottawa Airport isn't a major airport by any means. Um, so let's say we'll kind of and then I guess we could do another. All right, so this is where I want to bring people. These two areas. And where do the people live? Quite a bit of people live downtown. It is a Ottawa Airport is growing in importance, mind you. So it's not as there's quite a few people living downtown. They exist. People living downtown exist. Uh, Maybe could have a line like so. Come by Carney's house. There's some large-ish bubbles of housing over here. So try to hook a line up like so. Yeah, that's Gatineau Airport. And this is Rockcliffe Airport, which is a rich person's hobby airport. Yeah, so then we have our transit line coming into Vanier and New Edinburgh. Hmm. It's also the location of the Aviation Museum. It has no commercial traffic though. At least not that I'm aware of. I don't believe there's any commercial aviation that goes into there. Um, and then, do I want another? So there's like a decent-ish cluster of people in this kind of corridor. We also try to bring people from the plateau. So this is a very new neighborhood in Gatineau. It was built in the last, I don't know, call it 10, 15 years. And it's actually quite dense. It's a lot of sort of eightplexes and fourplexes and row houses and stuff. So it's quite a dense neighborhood. It looks very suburby, but it is a fairly dense chunk of housing, at least by the standards of Ottawa Gatineau. We could call this the capital metro. Maybe a line like so. Um, this is very quickly going to bankrupt me, by the way. All the metro lines, believe it or not, are very expensive. They're not cheap. And then all these people down here too, Carlingwood and Nepean. You can. This is just me making a rough plan. These aren't actual metro lines. Uh, this is just me kind of trying to sketch out my thoughts. Um, this is the truly. This will be truly imaginative expansions. If we had money, I was just bulldozing through Parliament again. Yeah, let's check that. Yeah, if we were to just tear down the Parliament buildings to build a metro line, what would that cost us? Oh, $97 million. Well, that's center block. The Peace Tower itself is worth 1.3 million. Okay, so the all the different buildings are worth differing amounts. So this is the Parliamentary Library. That's center block, and that's the Peace Tower. So if we were to demolish all of it, it would cost us a few mil. But what if we did at grade for maximum destruction of national heritage. Same cost. Oh, apparently you can just go right through East Block and nobody cares. In contrast, Carney's office is 24 million. Somehow that doesn't seem right. Buildings always have the same cost. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right, let's get back to our speculative metro line plotting. So there's also some work in this corridor. Although this area here has more residents. Well, the cheapest thing seems to be at grade. It would be nice to be able to bring in some of these people. This is it's harder than I would have thought. Oops, no, let's undo that. Maybe a line that comes through like so. And then speculative southern line like that. Definitely not Toronto level. Ottawa, the entire Ottawa metro is like, so this whole area here is like maybe 1.5 million people, maybe, because the Ottawa side is about 1 million, and then the Gatineau side is like 300,000 to 400,000. Traffic does get very bad though. On the Gatineau side, it's terrible because nobody does anything in Gatineau except for commute into Ottawa. And you're horribly bottlenecked trying to cross the Champlain Bridge here, trying to cross the Chaudière Bridge here, the Portage Bridge, the Alexandra Bridge, or the McDonald Cartier. And those are your bridges. You have no other options. So there's 4 choke points for getting across into Ottawa. The Parkdale exit, yeah. And the city, in its wisdom, loves to do construction work all at the same time. So one thought for absolute pie in the sky stuff is, what if we had a little metro line through Elmer that came across and hooked up here? And then that would feed into the city. This is by no means favoritism on my part. It just makes sense to build into Elmer before we build into Canada or Barbaro or Orleans. Screw you, Orleans. I suppose we could also, another thought would be try to bring the silly servants of Gatineau across this way. Anyway, this is probably enough speculative plotting. Let's now figure out, and I'm going to pin the workers. Yeah, the nepotism line is just coincidental. I assure you. All right. Well, there's a good chunk of workers. This is actually a factory. It's a paper mill right next to the National Museum of History. Wait, is it a paper mill? It's some kind of paper processing plant. So, how are we going to get across? And we could just build our way across. We're sure going to be light rail. Let's compare costs at grade. So heavy metro. Uh, okay, you go away. A little stretch of heavy metro at grade would cost 1.19 million. Okay. Yes, I remember. And what if it was light metro? Hmm, not that much more, or not that much less, but it is. I guess over time it would add up. What about commuter rail? Even cheaper. Hmm. So why wouldn't I build commuter rail? Car cost, minimum station length. So maybe that's another consideration. Just build a massive commuter rail station right by the Supreme Court. Okay, so that's minimum length for commuter rail. What about a light rail? Ah, the light rail stops can be way smaller. And heavy metro? Hmm. I suspect all we really need for Ottawa is going to be light rail, because we don't have the population density to really require more. Where would I see the max cars capacity per car? 200. Huge capacity on the heavy rail. And what about commuter rail? Hmm. Okay, so quite a bit more than the light metro. Maybe we could do a mix. Like downtown, we do heavy metro through the core and then have light rail feed into it. Mm, yeah, coming across Laurier kind of works for hitting these big clusters. Alternatively, we could have a line along Somerset. Hmm. Laurier seems to hit a lot of the big work clusters here. And then a second line along Bank Street. That is Bank Street, right? Yeah, that's Bank. A second line running up Bank Street and then curving off somewhere around here to hit Carlton and then coming into this residential area. Cut and cover. So the cheapest way to get over water is with an elevated thing. Hmm. Could also try coming up Elgin, maybe. Mm, it's just once we're in here, it's hard to figure out how to want to place the lines. Doing a double line through downtown seems like a an extravagance. Could try coming up like this. Very easy to demolish. I'd be able to get a cheeky metro along the Rideau Canal. Just build over it. Yeah, but probably having a stop at Laurier makes sense. But I do kind of want it to curve through. So what if we put a station kind of like so? And then the track come out like this. And maybe I'm not sure what the spacing for metro stations. What is a sensible spacing for metro stations? But maybe another one here. That way people can get directly to the mission for all their methadone needs. Um, there's a very large homeless shelter right around here, and it always has a large crowd of derelicts hanging out right in front of it. Uh, love the automation. Yeah, we can maybe follow St. Patrick. Although this is kind of getting us away from. I wanted to come through Lower Town more. Yeah, let's. Because maybe we could come across York Street and through like that. Come through the park. So yeah, let's move this station back a little bit. And bring it back to about here. Ooh, the game is making noise. And then how do we cross? Could swing up to Carney's house. thread that needle here. Oh, or actually, we can just take a clearance right across. And once across the clearance, or yeah, cross and out, or do I come up like so? Thing is, once I come out here, where do we go? We could follow Beechwood for a little bit. But I also wanted to... Yeah, maybe Beechwood will be our last heavy metro station, and then have the rest of this be light rail that feeds into it. Or do we just say screw it and go all the way heavy? Just tunnel directly underneath the river? You'll come to about here. I don't think they'll kill speed that much. After all, a real metro line has curves, Kaladin. Okay. Looks like so. And then we can build the Mark Carney metro station right here, so you can get to work. Yeah, you'll have a nice short walk from Rideau College to the cottage to the metro station. Concurve metro stations. Ooh, ooh. Maybe we could have a curvy metro station. Have you done Caledon? Well, how do you curve a metro station, though? Ooh. Can't curve it very much, though. Yeah, look at that, a curvy metro station. Technology. All right, so we're gonna come up Dufferin. So we're gonna come in here. So that the dozens of people who work at the Governor General's residence can have a high capacity metro line to get to work. And then maybe we come along Rito Terrace to come back into where the plebeians live. What if I did something like that? We went all the way down to -8. All the way down to -12. -16? -15 to go on their buildings. Ah, right, but there is a slope. Okay, but what if we started this -15 section earlier? We will spare no expense for the Mark Carney metro station. True, if I am going to be spending this kind of money, could just go under all of this. I do like the idea of the Mark Carney station, so let's uh well, we could even have it at grade. There, let's put a metro station like literally on Mark's doorstep. There you go. Oh, that's true. We could just give him a little private tram. Kaladin desperately attempting to stop my madness. Yeah, let's give Carney his own private light rail. He can spark barrel. Yeah, we can have it come in and hook up right here. It's just a tiny little line. Um, right. Still want to do the -15 for this section here. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, now we need to build Mark's little connecting station. Oops, that's was it -4 for cut and cover? Suppose we could add another little pork burial station. There. A entirely sensible, fiscally sensible offshoot directly to Mark Carney's house. Okay, right. Back to building the real metro. Actually, do I just rip all of this out and go back to the drawing board with -15? That probably makes sense. Rather than having all these silly curvy bits. So this will be the first real metro stop. And then we could have one maybe right about here. And hmm, should this be 2 stops? Or maybe we do 2 lines with like a connector running between them. Oh, and we need a station right at Mark's office. So that's the Prime Minister's office. We'll put the metro stop directly underneath it. So you'll have a excellent commute. Maybe another stop here. I'm thinking that might be where we come out from underground. So come up right around here. This is the National War Museum. and then carry on with something more above ground, or like just cut and cover. Yeah, maybe this can be our last true metro stop here-ish. Oh, we're on track construction. And we transition to cut and cover for over here. Okay. How much is this going to cost, by the way? Oh, not even $1 billion. Perfect. Downright economical. And we'll have our highly another highly expensive set of stations. Maybe we could set it like directly underneath the university. Put another one here. I just took my fancy. I enjoyed the idea of attempting to have give Ottawa a proper metro system. And then maybe over here we can get transfer to cut and cover to get over to Carlton. So we'll put the station there. So it's got a ways to go. And how much have I spent? Half our money. So we've blown the budget on these on this extravagant downtown section. Right. So the lines are not yet connected. We'll figure out the connection at a later time. Those are just details, Kaladin. Right? We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. All right. So this will be the budget in train construction. Oh, is this tradition? Yeah. But maybe this time we'll blow the budget and have a working train system, which would break with Yeah, I'll probably go back to it at some point. Um, I I saw this and was struck with a desire for civic metro construction. Ah ben, regardons ça. Je dois parler en français pour quelques minutes. C'est qui est très Ottawa. Donc, on va construire une pont par-dessus le lac d'Ao. Puis là, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? J'ai mis ça dans une place vraiment qui vraiment nous convient pas du tout. Fait qu'on va recommencer. Toi là, je vais te mettre ici peut-être. Peux-tu passer entre ces édifices? Oui, merveilleux. Ok. Toi, on enlève ça. Et on recommence. Peut-être on peut imprégner quelques sous si on suit ça. Puis on s'en va pas en dessous de le lac. En dessous le lac. Ok, ben on va. Ça coûte combien maintenant? 1,68 milliard. Et ça va coûter combien? Il y a un frais de 1,72. Ok. 1,72. Et si on s'en va comme ça nous coûte combien? 1,, c'est moins cher. Ok, alors on va faire ça. Construire un pont par-dessous Dow's Lake, c'est moins cher. On va construire le pont. Parfait. Et puis là, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On va traverser par ici. On s'en va. It's probably a couple minutes. All right, so we'll cross the university. And we could put a cut and cover. Maybe no. I want a station. Here we go. Could put another station here-ish. Well, maybe we could do as I was telling Kaladin earlier, real stations have curves. So we'll come through like so. And have a nice curvy station. Ooh, ooh la la. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's have a fun curvy station like that. And I wanted, yeah, there's no workers around here, but where are the residents? Ah, there's the residents. I might be able to thread that needle and put a station right here. Probably easier come through this here. And then these are fairly dense neighborhoods in here by Ottawa standards. I have to put that caveat um, on that statement every time I build something, because Paladin will surely kind actually, it's not very dense at all. You could fit way more people. In New York, we'd have 5 times more people than that. 10 times even. Yes, yes, I know. New York is very dense. Right, so we'll come over here. It's very Paladin. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You have to find out eventually, Kaladin. Um, so maybe we could come around like so. Ooh, we have a subway system that doesn't break down every 10 days. Ooh. Okay. It's only 75,000 per square kilometer. Yes. Ah, that one house. Okay. Well, here we go. And follow the road. Yeah, if I could manage to get a metro stop over here, that would be pretty cool. Pretty cash money. All right, come right down to Meadowlands. We'll put the station there, and there we go. This will be a bit of a slow section. And yeah, and then we can put a. This can be our cap station in here. Or terminus. All right, how many billions is this all going to cost me? 2.14 billion. Oh, the budget is, the treasury is emptying, my lord. Okay, okay. Yeah, money's just a number. All right. So let's figure out. Are you, excuse me, sir, but this is Little Italy. We need spaghetti in Little Italy. We can't have. You're trying to take away Little Italy spaghetti? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Um. All right. So let's have ourselves a very expensive little connector line here. Oh, I think this is already at negative grade. But what if it was a cut and cover station? Or at negative 20? And then back to negative 15 here-ish. I think that actually connected. There. Now I just need a connection between these two lines and we're all set. All right. How much did that cost us? All our money. Hmm. Okay. Let's undo that. Maybe we only need a light rail connection. Did we think of that? Oh, but also the all right, let's not think about that right this moment. Build station light metro. But I don't have a station right here. Maybe we could have a station right here? Or we just find a way to hook into this one. Uh, no, it doesn't like that. Okay. That's not actually connected. How are we doing on cost? Okay, that was a much more reasonable connection. Any other spots I could try and build a reasonable connection between the two? Yeah, maybe a little light rail. Oh, it's working. We're spending many billions. Huh. This game could use more music. Or any music. It does have some music once you get things up and running, but right now. I think a little light rail connector. Okay. There. Ah, flip that building. All right. This is a absolutely ridiculous metro system. It costs $2.5 billion, leaving me less than 500 billion for building crossovers and stuff. I did not remember the crossovers. Hmm. I don't think this is going to be enough money for crossovers. Do you need the crossovers at every station? Or is it just at the start and end of each line? In front of the terminal station. Okay, perfect. That's you done. That's you done. That's you done. Hello. That's weird. Why won't it let me do crossovers over here? There we go. All right. $2.69 billion for all of this. I still need to buy trains. So, ooh, I maybe need to trim back the metro a little bit just to have money for the trains. So I think we'll delete this section. Maybe we could service them with light rail at some other time. I'll keep this here, the Prince of Wales stop. Okay, that got us a good chunk of money back so we can actually purchase the trains. I guess we'll spend $2.4 billion. Go. All right, so we have 500 million to purchase trains with. Let's figure out our routes. Um, so route name A. This is going to be, I guess it is a heavy metro route, yeah. It's a heavy metro route. Let's have it have diamonds. We'll call it the Raven Line because it goes to Carleton University. And it being the Raven Line, it will be gray. And this just sticks it to Ottawa U. The train line goes to Ottawa U, but it's called after the Ravens. Um, Now, Kellen, something I wasn't sure about. Will this work? Will the trains go back and forth, or do I need to click the other side as well? You need to explicitly click both sides. Okay. All right. Delightful. Okay, this is the Raven line. Um, how many trains do we want? Why was it no service? uh, okay. Diamond, gray. It's the Raven line. It's heavy metro. Or orange, sure, why not? Oh, you don't need to click an order? Okay. Wait, first and last station only use one platform? Okay. All right, we will confirm changes on the Raven line. Out of train cars. Let's buy more train cars. All right, I want 5 minute frequency at rush hour. Let's go with 8 minute frequency at um, medium demand and yeah, 13 minute demand at low frequency times is plenty. Okay, is that did I save it? Oh, I have two Raven lines now. And you can be the I don't know, creatively named upper line. And okay, that's already a 5 minute frequency. 8-minute frequency. 60 minutes seems fine. Okay. That works. Upper line will be red. And I don't like the gray for the Raven line. So even though it's the Raven line, we are going to change it to purple. So I can actually see it on the map. And we can get rid of my scribbles. So get rid of the scribbles. Okay. Now our little connectors. This will be the governor line. Will be red. And let's oh, and that's a light metro line. We'll create the route. Starts at Dufferin, goes to Knoll, and finishes over here. We could call it the Kearney Express, but you know, by calling the Governor Line, or maybe the Governor General, you know, then it's about preserving, about respecting our traditions, and you know, it's nothing to do with the Prime Minister. It's everything about honoring you know, honoring our traditions. I don't know, by 4. Why is this no service? Did I not save the... Oh, it's saved. Confirm changes. Okay. And it always has extremely frequent coverage with just a single train. Surely best money we've ever spent. Okay. And new route. Let's call this one the Elgin line. Whoops. This is. I don't understand why you can't switch it from heavy or light metro. Okay. We will confirm changes. Let's we're gonna need more train cars. How are we doing on cash, by the way? Oh, we still got a good amount. Allegedly no service. Did I get it wrong again? Ah, okay. I have a feeling this is going to be a very busy line. Okay, confirm changes. 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay. We can't increase the amount, so that'll have to do. Okay. And what are we going to call this one? The booth? Yeah, sure. We'll call this the booth line. Booth. It's a connector, so we'll use this kind of rectangular thing. It's a light rail. Starts at Arlington. And it goes like that. Trains. Can't have more than that. Okay. Now let's see just how much money this train network burns every day. Currently, nobody riding my trains. It's midnight, I guess. Carney's not going into the office at midnight. Oh, does the booth count as being connected? It does. Okay, cool. There, we have yet to have our first passenger. Could speed things up a bit. Ah, okay, we're getting passengers. Could you? Ah, in the last 24 hours. Okay. 353 people have used the transit station system. Currently, all of them are on the Raven line. It might have been easier to just make a 2.5 billion pile. Take 2.5 billion piles of money, $2.5 billion, pile it, make a big pile, and then set it on fire. And we might have gotten more value. Nobody's taking my trains. I guess it's 1 a.m. All 29 people. Oh, here we go. Yeah, people love the purple line. So far, no one has taken the orange line or the red line. It's still 2 a.m., so I guess we could speed up the simulation a bit. Look at the Carney line go. Has anyone even used the Carney line? No, that's the upper line. Oh yeah. Well, the firing of the guns. Yeah, some people are using the booth line. Let's take a look at our finances. Our margin is negative 140%. Make 8 million a day. We spend 11 million a day. Oh, hey, look, people are using the Carney line. This is Mark Carney going to and from work. Yeah, Purple Line is definitely seeing a lot more ridership. So where's everyone going? McKay is a popular one. Yeah, our revenue is not quite let's up the fare to 450. Surely that's what we need. Man, this the purple line is it's quite popular. It's drawing in not very many people, but more than a lot of the other ones. All right, so we managed to pull in 15 million. We're not making we are not making 15 million. So it could take a tiny loan of 100 million. We're not even coming close to paying our operating expenses. What is our solution? Is there a solution? Could try to increase ridership somehow. Maybe doing a little light rail along here. Bring a few more riders. Let's undo. Come up to right around here, I suppose. Oh yeah. It's always I mean, we already did try upping our fares. hasn't hasn't yielded too much additional money yet. Do a crossover there, and a crossover there. How much is that going to cost me? Almost all my remaining money. Do it. And make a new route. We'll call it the Wellington line. It is a light metro. yeah, we can have larger trains. All right, maybe this will save our metro system. We'll up the fares to $5. Oh, look at that! We made money. Impossible. How could this be? We just have to bring transit to the people of Westboro. Oh, the Wellington line is immediately a fairly popular line. Yeah, we make money at 6 a.m. And maybe at 5 p.m. when everyone goes back to work, goes home. No, we burn money. Hmm. I think the solution is further expansion. Let's take out a loan. And we're yeah, attempting to do the impossible, which is make a make a why not just go over to that other station? That's a good question, Cal. Could just build from this other station. Uh, we'll come into Gatineau. Mm, maybe come up like this. This is a fairly significant street here in Gatineau. There. Insufficient funds already. Even with my $1 million metro, my $1 million loan? Okay. Well, maybe we can trim that back a bit. Yeah, that's the big resident cluster here. If you were just in a slightly different spot. Insufficient funds. No! Yeah, actually, we might be able to do this section here with elevated track. The whole Gatineau line could be elevated? Maybe. Let's try starting over. I want the residence pinned. Oh, even though I'm elevated. Do I need to go higher? Okay. Ah, 5 is elevated. 4 is not. Okay. Could add a station right here. How much would this cost? $251 million. You got another loan for me, game? No? Uh, okay, what if we said, you know what, we don't need this section. How much would this cost? $227 million. I suspect the bridge is the very expensive section. What does it say? Scissor crossovers, stations. The stations are quite costly. Track tunnels. I guess it's because this section here is below. Let's just remove everything. All right, start over. All right, just clear it. Okay. Uh, about an at-grade station here. Okay, and then you come out to at-grade. Okay, and then from here you go elevated. Mm, How much is this costing already? A mere $30 million. Okay. Yeah, so I want to get to this big population cluster. We're at 48 million. $52 million. Have a station here. Yeah, those stations add a lot to the cost. And then station there. $145 million. Hmm. Yeah, the elevated stations are pricey. Is there any way to do... Can we do a at grade? Station on a street? Doesn't like the track slope. Is it the... That includes up and down. Yes, I do recall that. Okay, well maybe what we do is we figure out there are two at grade stations in here. Yeah, it doesn't let you track intersects with roads at 4 points. Do one stop there. Try to get a second hull stop, maybe here. Yeah, it doesn't like the intersection of the roads. Right, so at grade is a third of the cost. But good luck getting at grade anywhere. Your 1 times cost and elevated is 0.8 cost. Okay. All right, fine. We'll play your game. Maybe we will content ourselves with 1 haul stop. Perhaps 2 haul stops? Just embrace the G's. Okay, and then you come all the way up to here. Maybe I need just a little bit of cut and cover to get out of here. And we switch back to elevated. Hmm. Oops. No, back to cut and cover. Then over to elevated. It was like the tiniest section where that was okay. I feel like that's tricking the game into accepting that. I desperately want to put a little station here. So I will. Except that's already us out of funds. Nope. Okay. Um. Track slope is barely too steep. That tiny, tiny little building is in the way. There we go. Just barely have enough money for this. What happens if I go bankrupt? Is it just game over? Insufficient funds. Oh man. Alright. Maybe we need to abandon this section here. It's a station too far. And the sad part is they kind of did. We used to have tram cars in Ottawa. Okay, and then routes, the Booth Street route. We're going to edit the route. To include Rue Papineau. This frequency still seems alright. Okay. Now, surely the people of Hull will be so grateful to have a train. They will all flood onto our train service. And make us lots of money. Well, it's 4 a.m. currently, but look at that, people getting on the train. That is the money situation. Once again, we made our money at 6 a.m. And then we lose money the rest of the day. The usage time statistics. I'm already charging $5 fare. I suppose we could edit the frequency. A slightly lower amount of trains. I mean, we're already doing pretty minimal service. We can't do any less than on the Governor General line. Maybe higher frequency on the Wellington line? What's this? Riders who started and ended their destination at a station. To work? To home? Hmm. Oh, look at that! Positive money! It was 6 a.m. again. Select the red line in the Lines tab. I'm guessing you mean the upper line. Now click the bars. Ah, the bars. What is commuting time? Yellow is day, green is night. Sign next to the clock. Work to home demand. Right. Could just really. Yeah. Alright, I don't have enough trains. It doesn't really matter. Uh, Nobody's taking the train. uh, Buy the red one? Driving cost $1.69. Parking cost $5. Driving time, work to home is 5 minutes. Home to work. Right, so their overall cost is. Where's the work point? Oh, it's people who work over here who are driving, right? Where are they working in the river? Yeah, so the ones that work downtown are actually taking transit. The ones working elsewhere aren't, which makes sense. Um, so you guys, yeah, you work all over the place. Yeah, look at all these people living, working in the river. They live all over the place, everywhere except where I have trains. Hmm. What? From this tiny little suburb? Some people there. So these are the workers. I should know what New Orleans is. Maybe commuter rails would have been the way to go. Set up like a couple commuter rail stations out here, have them come somewhere sort of more central. The probably even commuter rail. I think even light rail downtown would be fine. Well, I will consider this a failed run. We'll have to try again some other time, as we are uh, negative at negative 9 million. So, if I was to build a please show continuously show me residents. Yeah, it's just the scatter plot is so incredibly scattered. You could have like a central line. Along what, Innis? That comes in. Yeah, or maybe diagonal like that. Oops. Then comes through here. You do the same thing with Canada. this is Canada Kaladin, so you can have more knowledge of Ottawa geography you never wanted. Kanata, yes. And maybe a line like so. If we were feeling fancy, a little something like that. It's probably an extravagance we can't really afford. It would be cool to get this little cluster. I don't even know what that neighborhood is called. You can have like a little branch that comes down like that. And then to complete our bonum, have like a little circle line like that. There we go. We need to see. We just need to create a dude, and then Ottawa Transit is fine. And he just needs his little fingers up to here. There you go. That's a transit plan for Ottawa. All right, but that's gonna have to be next time because I'm out of time. Um, but this will be the grand plan for Ottawa Public Transit next time. The dude plan, yeah. We'll just make a little dude, and then Ottawa Public Transit will be way better and maybe happier. Well, we'll need some stations in here though. Yeah, there. I would make happy public transit. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time.